It is game 4 in the best of 7 between the Mets and the Cubs, and it comes to you here on TBS.
Tonight's batting order presented by Exxon and Mobil. Pretty much used to this for Terry Collins' bunch. Curtis Granderson in the leadoff spot, then David Wright hitting second. Daniel Murphy, what a postseason. He hits third. Yoenis Cespedes in the cleanup spot, followed by Lucas Duda. Travis d'Arnaud. Michael Conforto, the left fielder. Wilmer Flores is the shortstop. And the Long Island product. Talk about a storybook night for Steven Matz, trying to pitch him into the World Series.
Well, Jason Hamill's first postseason start was game 4 against the Cardinals in the NLDS.
Slapped into left field. That's a base hit. Granderson around first. Schwarber hustles it in. Popped up. Foul territory. Ryan has a play. 2 down. There goes Granderson. There's the throw by Ross. And Granderson is in there. That's upstairs. That's ball 4. And they're at first and second. 2 pitch to Duda. In the air to center field. Well hit. Fowler back. Home run. Lucas Duda. And it's a 3-0 New York lead in the first. Put the other guy on the ropes a little bit as d'Arnaud goes the other way. This is deep to right center field, and this ball is gone. The Mets go back-to-back in the first.
Well, I'm pretty sure the game scores pulled some of the pressure away. You know, it's one thing when you're not performing and you're
into left field, sinking. Schwarber cannot make the play. Conforto is going to be held up at third. They're at the corners. There goes Flores. There's the throw. It's high. And Flores is safe. That ball is hit to right. Soler back over there near the line. Hauls it in. But the Mets bat around in the first. Duda. 3-run shot. d'Arnaud reaches the seats. 4-0. Batting order for the Cubs presented by Exxon and Mobil. Dexter Fowler again leads off. Soler in the 2-hole. Then Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo. Starlin Castro, the second baseman. Kyle Schwarber, who homered here last night in the left field. Then it's Javier Baez. Jason Hamill, the pitcher, hitting in the 8-hole. And David Ross bats ninth. Steven Matz on the mound for New York.
4-0 during the season. Had one postseason.
What a play at first by Lucas Duda. Wins the race. Makes quick work of Jorge Soler. 3 up, 3 down. 2 via the K for Steven Matz. We head to the second. It was Lucas Duda's 3-run homer. This is in the air to left. And Schwarber makes the play.
that kept the inning alive.
Payoff pitch. Misses. 1 out, walk to right.
There's a 3-2 changeup, and that'll be it for Mr. Hamill. Left-hander Murphy coming up. Travis Wood will be coming in. This can surely remove all that postseason woes in one start for the Blue Jays as Travis Wood comes on the pitch.
In the regular season, but he's locked in with long ball, which is usually, you can get hits and you can get locked per slot. Somebody else is out of that slot now.
That's a base hit into right center field. That's going to go in the gap, and it's going to score 2. And Duda has 5 runs batted in, and we're still in just the second inning. And there is strike 3 to d'Arnaud. And that'll do it, but another productive inning for the New York Mets. They add on 2 more. It's 6-zip. And it was a guy at the plate right now, Anthony Rizzo, who said up the middle softly. Flores in the dirt. Duda with a pick. 1 down. And that got him. Got him, and he swung.
Well, I don't think there's anything worse for that for a hitter, is they get hit in the foot with a curveball down and in, but you go around on the swing and it's called by the first base umpire, so add insult to injury.
It tells you how sharp the breaking ball is.
And working with a 6-0 lead to center field. Lagares right there, had him played perfectly. Another 1-2-3 inning for the rookie left-hander. We head to the 3rd. Well hit, left center field, and Dexter Fowler makes a fine sliding catch for the first out. Of this at bat from Wood to Flores, and he walks him here in the 3rd. He stayed a Met. That ball is off the mitt of David Ross, and here's the throw to second, and Flores is a dead duck. Now there is strike 3, and that does it for the Mets, but they lead it by 6. On the ground to 3rd, David Wright got him by a half a step. Right back to Matz for the 2nd out. Matz has set down every Cubby that he has faced. And he walks the number 9 hitter, David Ross. Won the race to the bag, and this one's right at Duda again. And that does it for the Cubs in their half of the 3rd. For the 3rd time, and we're just in the top of the 4th here at Wrigley.
A lot of use of Clayton Richard in the postseason.
A little blooper behind short. Baez over there says he's got it, and he does. 1 down. On the ground to short. Baez throws across. 2 up and 2 down. And there is another base hit for Murphy.
Want to let it flow.
Well, I can tell you, I examined and analyzed everything I did, and I found it didn't help when you were hot.
Juan Lagares took a called 3rd strike. Middle of the 4th, game 4.
Bear missed almost 2 seasons.
There's a fair ball by Soler. First hit for the Cubs, and he pulls into second with a leadoff double. Line drive base hit up the middle. Soler is going to be held up at 3rd. The bases are loaded with nobody out. And here's Castro. Line drive into the glove of Wright at 3rd. What a play.
Picks from the first pitch, lines it. Wright reacts to it. Catches it. No one doubled off. You can't afford to be doubled off on a line drive here.
Deficit. On the ground to 1st. Duda will take it himself. The run will score. Cubs are on the board. It's 6-1. In the air. Will it stay playable? And Flores makes the play for the 3rd out. He's stuck with that and had to navigate a chair and into the Cubs bullpen to end the inning. The Cubs get 1. That's it. On the ground, and that'll be easy for Starlin Castro. 1 down. On the ground, easy for Rizzo. 2 down.
He gets the righty, lefty comes in. He lets him go.
1, 2, 3, top of the 5th. We go to the bottom. 5-run game. And he took 3 pitches from Steven Matz in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Into right field, Curtis Granderson drifting. 2 down. That's in the air behind first, and there is Murphy, and nobody's going to catch it. Into center field, base hit. Fowler will stay at second. Terry Collins going to go to the bullpen. We're going to see a double switch. See Kirk Neuenhuis will be making his first appearance of this series. Heading out to left as 42-year-old Bartolo Colon enters here in the 5th.
He pitched in 3 straight games in the NLCS, 3 and 4. Kirk Neuenhuis in left.
And he struck him out. Bartolo Colon out of the Mets pen, dousing the fire. We head to the 6th. And Trevor Cahill.
Well, he was right in the middle of all that action that you were talking about earlier.
Balls 1 strike. To left, Schwarber. It's going to get past him and go all the way to the wall. This one's not going to get stuck in the ivy. Flores around second. On his way to third and in standing. A bullet to first. Rizzo made a great play. Held the runner. Got the out.
Suspect speed.
Hit to the right side. Baez makes a nice play and gets Granderson. Runner had to hold. 2 down.
Now, if the contact play was on, he'd have made that.
On the ground to third, and Bryant throws across. Scoring opportunity goes by the boards for the Mets. Still 6-1. On the ground to first, Duda gobbles that up for the first out. The 1-2 tapped to short. Flores guns him down. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Here's the pitch inside to Schwarber. In the air to center. Lagares on and makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Cubs in the 6th. We move to the 7th at Wrigley. Wrigleyville rooftop right across the street. Driven to right center field. Well hit. Back toward the wall, and it's going to be off the wall. Murphy standing at second with his 3rd hit of the night. Lagares bunts it. And they throw him out. Duda. Ball 4. They're at the corners. Mets scored 4 times in their first at bat, and that ball caught d'Arnaud. And Kelly Johnson goes down swinging for out number 2. Bounced off the wall. This is in the air to right, and this is easy for Soler. They load the bases but do not score. Time to stretch at Wrigley.
Feeling that you might have let some runs slip away.
And I think that uneasy feeling happens a little bit.
Line drive to center field and into the glove. Montero goes down swinging. To Murphy at second. Addison Reed, well done. 7 innings in the books. 6-1 Mets. Out of the Chicago pen to work the 8th. Neuenhuis. Tommy La Stella is at second for Chicago, and Starlin Castro has moved from second to short. And he strikes out Neuenhuis to start the 8th. Inning going. Keeps the line moving, and Granderson.
Sometimes the difference is
The 1-1. In the air. Deep right center field. That ball is gone. one. Daniel Murphy has homered in 6 straight postseason games. Nobody's ever done it before. There's the 3rd out. Mets dugout buzzing. Wrigley Field in stunned silence. And Daniel Murphy, otherworldly in this postseason.
I've been to that zone myself.
That ball's well hit into left, into the corner. And Soler is at second. His second double of the night, his 3rd hit. He's 3 out of 4. That ball is drilled. And I mean, that is long gone by Kris Bryant. To the plate. Line drive right field. Granderson right there. Hit that ball well for the 1st out. On the ground, right, cuts it off and throws on the run and got him. He strikes out there to end the 8th. The Cubs are down to their last 3 outs. The World Series, they lead 8-3. And Hector Rondon comes out of the pen. Line drive into the gap. That's going to roll to the ivy. And Duda pulls into second. Darno to La Stella. 1 down. Strikes, and here it comes. And Kadire goes down swinging. On the ground to Kris Bryant. That does it in the 9th. The Cubs need a miracle 9th. They're down 5 in Game 4. Into the World Series. And they call on Jeurys Familia, who's been near perfect. A 1-2 from Familia. That's on the ground to Murphy. 1 out in the 9th.
Yeah, it was pitching, power pitching, refined power pitching.
Murphy will field that off the glove of Familia, and that's 2 down. 3-2. Tried to check his swing, and he did. 2-out walk for Montero. There goes Montero. That pitch inside. How did it not hit Dexter Fowler? He walked Montero. And strike 3 called. They haven't been to the World Series since 2000, and the Mets are on their way back.